the people who start revolutions oftentimes do not finish them. I wonder why. I wonder what that is. Now, if you do astrology, you probably have the answer. Why? Because revolution is Uranus and finishing is Saturn. Or maybe we should say it's not finishing that's Saturn. Saturn is actually the maintainer of the new process. Now, isn't that ironic since Saturn represents the old, the traditional? All right, so I'm going through all this stuff in my head, trying to figure out what's what. So I think, well, maybe it's not just the planets, it's the signs as well. So if you look at this, okay, I love to make diagrams. It helps the ADHD brain. My neurodivergency, yeah. So if you look at the cardinal signs start things. Now there's cardinal fire, Aries. There's cardinal water, Cancer. There's cardinal air, Libra. And there's cardinal earth, Capricorn. So are those the ones that start all the trouble? I think not necessarily. Revolutions are Aquarian and that's fixed. So how does that work? I do know that Uranus is revolutionary. And I know that Saturn is the bureaucrat. She's the old lady queen. Capricorn is what you've achieved and you want to keep it, right? So that's that. I would love to get more ideas on this because, of course, I go round and round. I love to go round and round in my head. It's what I do in my neurodivergent Gemini sun and ascendant. And it's also my moon in Libra. I'm really an airy chick, thinking and thinking all the time. It's like kind of crazy. That's why I crave the sugar. All right, so who starts the revolution? Is it the Cardinals or is it the fires? Now, fire is passion, and that's like, let's do this. This is what we really think and care and are inspired to do all the time, right? And so is it fire? So in that case, is it the Aries, the Leos, or the Sagittarius that start the revolutions? Uranus in those signs? I don't know. There's more astrologers who do deeper research than me, than I. I'm more of a philosopherette. Philosophette. Okay, so fire signs, do they start it? Now they say that the richest men are the Cancer men because they want to have the resources and collect the resources for their families and their loved ones. And they want to engorge on the property and the placement. The place is Cancer. It's the hole you came out of, your home. So, where you were born. And with that in mind, I often wonder, what about people who don't stay in their birth home, who move? And Modernia is all about moving away from your source. So then we have that ideation of the global economy. And so that says, oh, we all come from this earth. We all are born out of this planet. So that's the globalist idea. I think that's important too. I think that matters, the globalist idea. Although the people in charge of it seem to be a little bit controlling. Yeah, so there's that. But philosophically, esoterically, the idea that, oh, you don't necessarily have to cleave unto your nationality or your geography of your birth, of the hole you came out of. Or maybe we came out of this earth hole altogether, you see. So that's a thought. All right, so who Who maintains the revolution? Well, I think there's three stages. I think if we think in trinity and threes, that's better because yin is one thing, yang is another, and then the center is us. So if we think yin and yang combining to make us, at what level are we operating? Are we operating at the tribal level, at the passion level, at the heart level? And then at the very top, you don't see it in my video because that's it, you don't. But anyway, that's at the top is another Mars and at an atomic level. So what are these levels on which we experience the two made into one? Well, I think we can do it at all those levels, and I think we do. And there are certain people that are tribal and they just keep it going. So those are the earthy types, right? But then you have your Mars. Is Mars water? Is it fire? Because in Scorpio, it's water and it's hot. So you can see in Scorpio, Mars is two elements. In Leo, it's fixed and it's fire. And it initiates life, and yet it's a fixed sign. So we have all of these different permutations that we can relate to. And I personally like doing that because neurodivergent, it's interesting. Lots of dopamine in these different ways of thinking about things. Okay, so who is in charge? Who starts it? Who finishes it? Well, the starters are the revolutionaries, and they're Uranian and they're passionate, but they don't really have any fingers to hold on to. Those are passion and planning. Those aren't real. They're in the head. They're in the heart. They're around. They're not real. God has no hands. I love to say that. So where do the revolutionaries get the hands, the worker bees that are going to go out and shoot the guns and kill the leaders and make the chaos? Who's going to do that? I think those are the earthy types. Are they? Are they the mutables? Oh, maybe it's the mutables because I'm quite mutable. Well, mutable cardinal. My Gemini stuff is mutable, and my boss of my Gemini, Mercury, lives in the 12th house, so that's a mutable house. I'm always mixing it up. So who is it? Who is it that actually gets their fingers in the pie? Maybe it's the mutables. So that's the third house people, the Gemini people, the Sagittarius people, and the Pisces people. Oh, and here's a caveat. You know how everybody's, oh, Pisces, so sweet, so sweet. No, but I'm going to talk about that later because I have this whole thing about Pisces is not nice. It's not nice. No. Why? Because when you accept everything as okay and sacred and beautiful, you let in a lot of crap. Yeah, so there's that. There is no discernment in Pisces, which can be very destructive to those people and their people around them. Interesting, huh? All right, so food for thought. I'm done for today. This is my morning indulgence. If you would like a consultation with me, I do this kind of work. Go to julestarsinger.com and sign up. Otherwise, comment. Let me know what you think. How kooky am I? Because that's my thing. How kooky am I? Let me know in the comments. Thank you for watching, and I will talk to you again soon.